Thank you for visiting West Coast Auto Enthusiast. Today we're featuring a 2006 BMW X5. This is a 3.0, which means it's the inline 6, which is for us has been a better car, a little fewer problems. They're definitely less expensive to work on. They've been very, very reliable and probably a BMW customer favorite. We were sad to see these things go. They made them basically from 01 to 06. They redesigned them in 07. And they're a lot more complicated now with electronics, and they haven't been as reliable as these have. This has got 4 brand new tires on it. We just had it serviced. It's only got 78,000 miles on it. It's a clean title, clean Carfax car. The paint and interior are in really, really good shape. It's got factory tinted glass. It's got heated seats, panoramic roof. They're a great cars, so if you're not familiar with them, BMW kind of got laughed at when they introduced them. They introduced them as an SAV, which was a sport activity vehicle, and people thought, you know, there's no place and it looks ridiculous, and it turns out to be one of their best-selling cars ever. So as you can see, the interior is really, really clean. You've got a cargo cover there. Another nice thing about the older generation cars is you have a full spare tire on a new tire on a full factory BMW wheel. That's a thing of the past. It's hard to even get spares in cars now, let alone a factory BMW rim. So the paint's in really good shape. There's no curb rash on any of the wheels. As I mentioned, the tires are new. We just had it serviced. So I'll show you the back. So this is a vinyl synthetic interior. But as you can see, it's really, really clean. It has worn very well. It doesn't look like the back seat got a lot of use or had anyone in it. As I mentioned, it's got a panoramic roof. If you're not familiar, BMW kind of started that phase, which is the dual sunroof. Very, very clean. Here's your trim package. So this is Kalahari, the exterior color, and then it's tan interior. Power windows, locks and mirrors, of course. You've got dual lumbar support. So there's a little wear here. This will be repaired. We're going to have this bolster redone. So that's really the only sign of wear and tear on this car. You've got, so here's your lumbar. You've got dual power seats. You've got a driver's side memory seat. And as you can see, the interior is in very, very good condition. Very clean. Typically the European stuff that we deal with wears well, and so the interior vinyl, stuff like that, stays pretty good. We have 2 master keys, and I do have an owner's manual for this car. So Steptronic Transmission, which means you can shift manually. You slide this over. That's a downshift. That's an upshift. Makes for kind of a little more engaging drive. Tire pressure monitor. You've got a this is a trunk release, hill descent control, and DSC. We're adding aftermarket heated seats to this, so by the time this car hits the market, there will be dual heated seats in the front. So they were not going to be factory. We're going to put them in just because it's hard to sell an X5 without heated seats. So we've got dual auto climate control. You can see all the pixels are in place. Everything works. The AC blows cold. CD player up here in the dash. Then you have your onboard computer and your audio system. As you can see, so there's a couple pixels missing. It's not real noticeable, but if you look, just a couple. But definitely still readable and definitely function. So you've got a multi-function steering wheel. That means on the right side over here you've got cruise control, and on the left side you've got audio control, your ability to scroll through CDs and radio stations and tracks. As I mentioned, 78,550 miles. You've got HomeLink up here, so 3 buttons programmable for security gates and garage door openers. You've got a compass in your rear view mirror. As you can see, the dash is clean, very well taken care of. Turn the lights off. This does have xenon. It's got an onboard computer, which means it'll track, as an example, how far to go on a tank of gas. Your gas mileage. You've got a trip computer, so you can keep track of how many miles you've gone, your average speed, all that stuff. You've got a power tilt and telescoping wheel here. You've got power folding mirrors, which means you hit that and those mirrors pop in, and when you get out, so that's nice for parking. Other than that, it's, these are one of our favorite BMWs. They built very good cars. Back then they were not as complicated as they are electronically, and this has been a very reliable, very popular rig, and one that we'll always try and keep one of around the shop. If you've got questions or would like additional information, please feel free to contact us, and we can be reached at 503-227-2354. Thank you for visiting West Coast Auto Enthusiast.